you know, when we think about like Temple Emanuel and its inclusiveness and putting that into action and social justice, they supported and welcomed this young woman from Uganda who was fleeing for, you know, for her life. You know, because in Uganda it's illegal to be homosexual and you couldn't be imprisoned if not killed. And so she came here and the temple rallied around her and she ended up living with us for a year, and she's still one of our very close friends.
We consider her family and just, you know, try to involve her as much as possible.
So Rabbi West and Eliza had gone down to the Boston City Jail, basically what it is, right? Detention center, to interview what they thought was a Spanish-speaking woman who was seeking asylum, and then in walks Qwin, and they said, well, this isn't what we were expecting, but, you know, we're certainly not going to say no to hear your story. And when they heard her story, which is quite compelling, they said, you know, we would like to help. And so they came back to the larger Temple Emanuel community and said, this is what we would like to do. We need assistance, and, you know, who can help us? And so they had lawyers which know immigration law, they had people coordinating getting her health care, they had volunteers bringing meals, but she needed a place to live.
Everybody's impressed because I think 7 families came forward and, you know, put their name in the hat, and she chose us because we were the only gay household that you know, offered, and she felt, yeah, obviously she felt she'd be a little more comfortable, but it's really wonderful that so many people opened their doors, or potentially opened their doors.
So she lived with us for that first year, but we were also supported by the community in terms of, you know, people helped her get around on the T, and they helped get her a job, and I mean, she did the job really on her own, but, you know, she wasn't left, or we weren't just left with everything, so people really rallied around and tried to help us support her to get her off on a good footing. And she's now gainfully employed, she's independent, she lives on her own. Yeah, so it's, you know, she had a lot of support services. I mean, it doesn't undermine that she's got great integrity and she's a real, you know, intelligent and, you know, forward-thinking kind of young woman. But I think the support is amazing.
I think her beautiful neshama really shows, you know, with people. So she's a lovely person, and, you know, we're glad that she's part of our life.